Now, in this class, we will discuss about capacitors and capacitance. First, we must understand that what is known as capacitors. Capacitors are a device to store the electric charge and electrical energy. Suppose if you take two plates, in these two plates, one plate is a positive charge, another one is a negative charge. The two plates are conducting plates. They kept at the small distance d, and in between there is a electric field is there E, and there is a potential difference in between the plates or V. The cross sectional area is capital A. When we take one battery, in this battery potential is V. Here there is a plus and minus terminals are there. The plus terminal is connected to plus Q plate and minus terminal is connected to minus Q. Now the charge increased in this battery. As usual, the charge accumulated in the plate is also increased. Therefore, Q is directly proportional to V. So what is known as proportionality means when Q is increased, V increased, and Q is decreased, V is decreased. So that is the meaning is known as the proportionality. And take it out the proportionality symbol, we have to add one constant. Therefore, Q equal to CV. Here C is known as the proportionality constant and this is known as the capacitance. Now we can calculate C value, C equal to Q by V. Now we can write the unit of capacitance for Q coulomb, bar V means it is volt. So coulomb per volt. But actually in the practical purpose we are used only the unit of capacitance is farad. Farad value is a large, that's why the smaller values for practical purpose we used. 1 macrofarad, that is 10 to the power of minus 6 F, and 1 picofarad 10 to the power of minus 12 F. And the symbol, the two equal lines, parallel lines we have to draw, or else one parallel line and one curved line we have to draw. And every time in the capacitors we are calculating the total charge is 0 because plus Q minus Q value is 0. And next in this class we will discuss about capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor. Consider there are two plates, one is positive charge, another one is negative charge. The total charge is plus Q minus Q and in between there is a uniform electric field is there E. In between the distance is d, small d, and the cross sectional area of each plate is capital A. Next, electric field between two parallel plate E equal to sigma by epsilon naught. Sigma is nothing but it is known as surface charge density. Suppose if you take one surface, the charge density is sigma, area is capital A. Therefore, Q equal to sigma equal to Q by A. Next, we can substitute this sigma value in E value. Therefore, E equal to Q by A into epsilon naught. And potential difference V equal to ED. So, we can substitute the E value. So, V equal to QD by A epsilon naught. And capacitance E equal to Q by V. So, Q divided by V value is QD by A epsilon naught. Q cancel. We can get C equal to epsilon naught A by D. From this it is evident that the capacitance is directly proportional to area of the plates and inversely proportional to the distance between the plates. And we will discuss some observations from this equation. First one, from this formula, A is increased, C is also increased. Second point, if D, the denominator value, if D is increased, C is decreases. C decreases means the charges flow from plates to battery. And next, suppose if D is decreased, C is increased. That means the charges flow from battery to plates. Suppose if you take these two are plates and here is a battery. If capacitance increased means the charges flow from battery to plates, and capacitance decreases means the charges flow from plates to battery. Our next topic is energy stored in the capacitor. Let us take two plates plus Q minus Q, and here there is a battery. From battery terminal plus is connected to plus plate and minus terminal is connected to the minus Q. When charge is transferred, there is a work done by battery. So this work is stored as a electrostatic potential energy in capacitor. Therefore, here the work is done. Therefore, dW equal to V into dQ. dQ is the charge and V is the potential. Therefore, Q is equal to CV. We know that. From this, V equal to Q by C. So, this V value we can substitute in this first equation. Therefore, dW equal to Q by C into dQ. And next, this is a small work done. So total work done means we can integrate. So integral of dw is equal to integral of 0 to q, the limit q by c into dq. And here we can integrate dw equal to w, and q into dq according to the integration formula. Integral of xn equal to xn plus 1 by n plus 1. Therefore this is changed as q square by 2c with the limit 0 and then q. Now higher limit we can apply minus lower limit. Therefore q square by 2c minus 0 square by 2c. Therefore the second content is cancelled, so we can write w equal to q square by 2c. So this is known as the stored potential. So we can write ue is equal to q square by 2c, but q is known as cv. So here we can write c square v square divided by 2c. So here one cc is cancelled, so that ue is equal to cv square by 2. So ue is equal to half cv square. This is known as the stored energy in the capacitor. And the energy stored in the capacitor is directly proportional to C and the square of the potential between the plates of the capacitor. Therefore, the capacitance C is equal to epsilon naught A by D, and the potential V equal to the product of E into D. Therefore, stored potential UE equal to half into epsilon naught A by D into ED whole square. And next, dd is cancelled. Therefore ue is equal to half into epsilon naught ad into e square. But here ad is nothing but it is known as the volume of space between the capacitor plates. Therefore energy stored per unit volume of the space we can calculate, that is energy density ue is equal to u by volume. This is a small u. So small ue is nothing but it is known as the energy density, which is equal to half epsilon naught E square. Therefore, the energy stored in the existing E between two plates of the capacitor is known as the UE is equal to half epsilon naught E square. Here, the energy density depends only on electric field, not the size of the capacitor. And next topic is some of the application of capacitors. The capacitors which are used in digital cameras in the flashlights. And second one, cardiac arrest. During cardiac arrest, a device called heart defibrillator is used to give a sudden surge a large amount of electrical energy. And third one is the capacitors are used in the ignition system of automobiles engines to eliminate the sparking. And the fourth one is it is used to reduce the power fluctuations.